So I have posted it last week. Is it last week or last meeting only? Yeah, last meeting only, I guess. So yeah, this is the tab wherein you can watch and how to install the 2019 version. Or if not, you can watch the 2015. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is check whether the 2019 is compatible with your computer or desktop, okay, or laptop. So if it's compatible, then that's perfect. But if it's not compatible with your laptop or computer or desktop, then you can try the 2015. Okay, so this is a lower version, though the difference when it comes to the interface, the layout, etc. 2019, 2015 is pretty much the same. So you could also download this one and install this one. However, if 2015 is still not compatible with your computer, then that's when that you might want to try the 2012 or 2010. Okay, so actually we have 2007 and 2005, but those versions are quite far already with our latest version of Visual Studio. So I don't really recommend the 2007 and below. Well, unless if you do not really have a choice, okay, to and like you have a very low spec of laptop or PC, then yeah, I guess that's okay. You just have to adjust since the interface is not really that uh, close. Okay, it's quite far already. So, Mr. Jeremiah. So in your case, so maybe you could do some overnight. Okay, since you're only borrowing the laptop every weekend, so you can do it every weekend. So no problem. I always give you guys a week, okay, to finish a certain activity. So don't you guys worry. For the first two activities, those are just interfaces, no program yet. So all you need to do is, familiarize the toolbox, the components, how to uh, modify, how to, uh, just to do things. Okay, no complicated things that for now, just the basics. All right, so I hope that you guys will be able to finish the first two quiz and then the first two laboratories. Also, the first two quiz will be due on April 1, so you guys still have a week. Okay, that will be next week, Thursday. So the one thing that you guys need to do for now is the lab number 7, okay, and lab number 8. Okay, so just do the interface for now. So no coding yet. All right. Well, you can code it already if you know how to do it. But if you don't know, then the code will follow next week or maybe next week. All right. So what else? So any questions so far or clarification? All right. So I guess none. So I have already uploaded this week 4 or the algorithm development VB programming modules, which is the intro to programming. And I hope that you guys have also watched the video that I have included in here. So if you're going to watch videos 5, so you will see this link, VB1-Intro to Computer Programming. Then just click this one and then it will lead you to this YouTube link. All right. So this is a 3 hour and 45 minute video tutorial. Okay, so this one actually covers the entire module 7. So is there anyone here who have already watched the full tutorial? Or at least maybe an hour of this one? Or at least 10 minutes? Anyone who have checked this YouTube link? Okay, so there's one, two. So yeah, just check. But anyway, I I want you guys to finish this one, okay? Though this was uploaded, okay, last year, September 29, 2020, because this is the time when I have yeah, recorded this one and uploaded this one on YouTube. So this is for the uh this is for my previous class actually before, okay, when the pandemic started. Okay, so I decided to create an entire tutorial for the module 7. For the module 8 and 9, so I haven't uh, created that one yet, but maybe in the future. But for now, I will just do that one, okay, via live, via Zoom meeting. Okay. All right. So this is a problem actually if you guys haven't watched this one yet. Okay, because you're going to have a problem, okay, a very, very big problem, since this is the foundation. And then supposedly we will start the second module already in finals, which is the module 8, okay, the VB2 Visual Basic Branching. So, ano kaya to? Because I would like you guys to have plenty of time, okay, to program the laboratories that I will give to you, okay? Because if we will only discuss this one on the third week or second week, you don't have enough time anymore to finish the activities that I will give to you. Okay, so that is why even though we are still in week 4, okay? So the second meeting of week 4, we are now starting the week 5. Okay, so to those who haven't watched the 3 hour and 45 video tutorial, so just watch it later. Okay, so just try to understand things even though you haven't watched the basics yet. I guess you will still be able to understand the second module without learning the basics, since the module 8 are still basics. Okay, but of course it's a lot better if you have the background, okay, when it comes to module 1. All right, so any question or clarification so far that you guys would like to ask before we'll start our discussion? Hello? Question or clarification so far that you guys would like to confirm?
None, sir.
Sure kayo? Kahit dun sa mga nakapanood na dito, wala, you guys didn't encounter any problem? So I highly recommend that, while watching the tutorials, you should do it at the same time. So I code it, I demonstrate it, and then do it at the same time. Okay? So kopyahin nyo lang kung yung ginagawa ko. And then try to tweak it on your own, try to modify it on your own, okay? And then see the outcome or the output. Anyway, since we are here already, so we should start with the module 8. Okay, so as you guys can see right here, the name of this one is module 2 because this is the second module of our finals. Okay, the first one is the module 7. Okay, the name of that one is actually originally module 1 finals. But I've just followed the numberings of our modules, starting from module 1 to module 6, okay, from our meters, and then of course the continuation is module 7 and 8. Okay, so just don't mind this one. This is module 8. Okay. All right. So for the module 8, the topics that we will discuss is visual basic branching. Okay. So mainly when we see branching, it covers two types: the if statement and the case statement. Okay. And then the rest, the message box and then the input box, are just part of this branching. Okay. All right. So without a further delay, let's start. So branching, what is a branching statement? So branching statements are used to cause certain actions within a program if a certain condition is met. Okay, so to make this one simple, we have two parts when it comes to a branching statement. We have the condition and then the argument or the statement. Okay, so let me show this to you. So this is our syntax, wherein we have this decision point in here. So in this decision triangle, I mean a diamond. Okay, so this is where you put your condition. Okay, so if the condition is true, then it will go to yes. But if the condition is false, then it will go to no or end. Okay. So to give you a short idea on what is this true or false. So for example, the condition is if your age is 18 and above, then you will be able to enter to the bar. Okay. Because underage is of course not allowed. Okay. So if this is true, if the condition is true, 18 and above, then you will enter to the bar. However, if your age is below 18, say 17 and below, then it will lead you to a false statement or to the no statement. Okay, so we have two scenarios for this condition. If this is true, it will go to yes. If this is false, it will go to no. All right, so as simple as that. So are we clear with this one, with the if condition? Hello, guys. Are you guys still there? So to those who haven't ate their lunch yet, so feel free to eat your lunch while listening. Okay. All right. So I just would like to confirm if you guys have understood this one. Okay, because this is very important. This is the foundation, okay, of a branching statement. Hello. Are you guys able to follow?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. So I hope the others who didn't respond also understood this one. All right. So we have this syntax. So this is now where the coding part uh, will be comes in play. So we have here the if and then. Okay, so those are the only things that you need to memorize for now. Okay, so just two words, if, then. Okay, so if, and then it is actually followed by the condition, and then followed by the argument. So to make it simple, if this condition is true, then this statement will be executed. Okay. However, if this is false, then nothing will happen. Okay. Because this statement will only be initiated or executed if the condition is true. So if this one is false, if you want something to happen, if you want to show something, then that's a different syntax already. But for now, if this is false, nothing will happen. Okay, so as simple as that. All right, so let's have a short example regarding with this one. So again, these are just examples. You don't need to know what are the outputs, what are the inputs, what are those, etc., etc. What important is we have the condition, we have the arguments. Condition, arguments. Condition, arguments. Okay, again, if this condition is true, then this argument will be executed. The same with this one, if this is true, this will be executed. If this is true, then this one will be executed. So as simple as that. If this one is false, then nothing will happen. All right. So are we clear with that one? Hello. Are you guys able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm just talking about the concept. Okay. So nothing technical for now. Okay. Just the concept of the if statement. All right, so let's have a real example for you guys to appreciate what is that if and then condition, arguments, what are those? Okay, so to those who have already installed the Visual Studio, okay, so I would like you guys to open your Visual Studio. So create a new project. And then, of course, look for the Windows Form app.NET framework. Okay. So if you cannot find it here, since you don't have any recent project templates, you can search it right here. Okay, this one. VB, we have a logo of VB right here, and then the name is Windows Forms app.NET framework. So click that one and then click next. And then I will name this one a say COMPFP CE-38. So this is your section. Right? Well, you can name it any name that you want, so it's okay. And then it will give you this kind of interface. All right. So were you guys able to open your application now? To those who have already installed the Visual Studio. All right, so I guess no one have opened their application anyway. So just go back to this one. Okay, this is recorded, so you can always watch and go back to this one and then start uh, programming. Okay, the examples. So in here it will give you a blank. So again, this is your blank interface, and then this is where you can see the toolbox. Well, initially it's on the uh, upper left right here. It's on this tab, but what I did is I oops. Control Shift X. What I did is I put the toolbox on the right side so that it is not covering our font design. So coming from Miss Jalu, unstable network string. Is it in my end? Is it at my end? The unstable network. I guess I have a perfect internet connection right now. So coming from Miss Jalu, she said that her application is lagging right now. Oh yeah, especially if you have downloaded the 2019 version. So that is why it's okay to downgrade to 2015 or even 2012 or 2010. Well, if your laptop, I mean, yeah, if your laptop computer can handle the 2019, then that's okay. Well, it's just that it will work slowly or it feels laggy since this one is quite heavy already. All right. So after you have put your toolbox in here, then you can now start putting some components. Okay, so in here we need a label, text box, and then a button. So those are the only things that we need. So just search it on the toolbox. Well, you can search the label manually, but what I always do is I always search it on the toolbox. So with this way, this is faster. Okay, I'll just drag and drop label text box and then a button. So as you guys can see, they are super small. Okay, so what I will do is highlight all of them, group all of them, and then we'll change the font into 25 so that you guys can see this one a bit more, much better. All right. And the question right here is write a VB program that allows the user to input an integer. Okay, so take note, it's integer. So if we will input here a decimal, then it will not be read as a decimal. So it will be read as an integer since we program this application to read integer, not decimal. Well, you can do that one to, uh, you can change this one to read a decimal, but of course you have to change this integer into decimal. So if the value is greater than or equal to 0, display the message positive using a message box. So to those who have already watched the tutorial on module 7, so mostly we show the output on text box. So text box or label. But in here, instead of using a text box, we will show the output on the message box. Okay. So in here, 0 is considered positive, right? So the only thing that is not considered negative is -1 and below that's -1, -2, -3. But 0 and above, so that is considered as positive. Okay. So let me just change this one into input and numbers. Just look for text and then change the label 1 into input a number. And then this label to verify. All right. So the one thing that we need to program in here is the button. Okay, so you need to click or double click this one, verify, and then it will open a new tab which is named form1.bb. Okay. So this one is your coding area where you're, of course, going to put your codes to program this interface. All right, so in here, we have to declare a variable, let's say num as integer. So again, this variable num will only accept or will only read whole numbers, okay? And the next thing that we need to do is pass the value of num or the value of text box 1 rather to num. Num is equal to text box 1.text. Okay, so what is this text box 1.text? So our text box 1.text is this one. So just click this text box and then go to the properties and then you will see the name of that certain component. Okay, so in here, what we're trying to do here is whatever is the value of text box 1.text will be passed onto our variable name. Okay, so it's always from right to left. Okay, so again, if you're going to do the other way around, wherein you will put here, oops, you'll put here text box 1.text and then num here. So this is different, completely different with this one. So what you're trying to do on this one is you're trying to get a value and then you're trying to pass it on the text box 1.text. Wherein initially num doesn't have a value. So if you're going to do this one, it will give you an error. Okay, why? Because num doesn't have a value, and that's a problem in VB. Okay, if it wasn't able to read a value wherein it is trying to pass something to another variable and it doesn't detect any value, then it will give you an error. Okay, so there should be always a value. So yeah, that's why in here it should be text box 1.text going to the variable num because our input will be coming from this text box 1. All right, the next thing that we will do is, of course, we will confirm if the input number is positive or no. So if num is greater than -1, okay, which is 0 and above, then move that one. Then message box, close and parenthesis, double apostrophe, positive. All right, so that's it. That's the only code that you need to put. So this is the main part of your coding uh, section for this example. And then the rest are just declaration. All right, so let's try if this one is already working. So in here, if we're going to input, let's say 1, so it should give us a positive result, okay, which is really positive. And if this one is -1, so as you guys can see, nothing's happening, okay? Because this argument will only work if this is true. So if this is false, nothing will happen. All right. So if this is 0, will give us a result of positive since it is greater than 1, or this text box or num is greater than -1. All right. And one more thing that I would like you guys to know is the feature of a Visual Studio is still limited, wherein we cannot change the font style of whatever is inside of the message box right here. And we cannot also change the font size, okay, of this message box. Okay. However, we can change the title. We can also change the options. It's just that we cannot resize the message box itself, and then we cannot change the font style and font size of this one. Okay. So those are the things that you need to know. All right. So were you guys able to follow so far? Any question or clarification? Hello? Are we clear so far? Okay, so wala na yata akong estudyante. Kumakain na ba kayo lahat? Ay. So this is the problem in online distance learning. So I'm not really sure if you guys are really there or no. No, guys.
Present, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello. Okay, so I still have one or two. Okay, so I don't know to the others. Anyway, so if you guys do not have a question with this example anymore, then we can now proceed to the next one. Is there anything that I missed? Uh, yeah, one more thing. So you cannot edit your code. Well, actually, you can edit this one. However, you should always close your program first. So as you guys can see, this one is still running. Okay, so you have to close this one or stop this one, okay, before you can add some code or modify some of your code. Okay, so that's always the process. So stop and then go back and modify your code. All right, so that's it for now. We'll just continue the rest on the part 2 since we don't have enough time anymore. We only have 50 seconds, I guess. So yeah, we'll just continue the rest on the part 2. Just wait for the second link. Right, so goodbye for now and see you guys later.